Hello, YouTube. I'm hungover again. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sorry. This is going to be a regular occurrence, I think. In a way, it helps me channel my rage being hungover. So yeah, I know I look like shit. I probably sound like shit. I just don't care. I'm beginning to care less and less about what I put on YouTube and how I present it. I just don't give a fuck anymore. I'm not monetizing my videos because I don't really give a shit. This isn't for money. I think it's valuable to put our opinions out there. And I'm just literally just gonna have a rant right now. I haven't even got a particular topic that I want to talk about. Well, there is a couple of things. The first being, I just saw an article by Vice. Fuck Vice, by the way. I'm getting really tired of Vice at the moment. I kind of only keep it around on my Facebook feed just so I can see what's going on in the zeitgeist. I do that with like a lot of left-wing, right-wing stuff. I just see what all the media outlets, what their stories they're peddling, and then just kind of get an idea of what people are thinking about. You know, I tend to get my opinions about the world by going to the source. So if I'm going to get an opinion on Islam, I'm not going to let the Daily Mail tell me what to think about them. I'm going to read the Quran and then look at what they do in life and then draw some conclusions from that. You know, same with anything else, whatever it is. But occasionally I'll see things in these, and I know they're clickbait, but I see some things that really just set me off. And I'm getting really fucking tired of the dear white people shit. I've seen videos, I've seen articles, constantly. I didn't read this article on Vice about dear white people. Something about reverse racism doesn't exist. Yeah, obviously, because it's just called racism. Duh! You know, and all these people saying that you can't be racist to white people. Sorry, but it's just getting fucked up now. All these fucked up perceptions need to fucking go. It's getting. I don't even want to make a proper argument about it. It should be fucking obvious. You know what I mean? You go around, all these people, all the Vice and stuff like that, all these kind of media outlets, especially the left wing in particular, go around acting on their high horse like, oh, we're all here for equality, we're all here for the best of everybody, and we're all there to look out for you, we're all tolerant, we're all here to be nice and PC and blah blah blah. And then you get articles like, you can't be racist to white people. You get articles like, dear white people, so condescending. Like, they're playing a divide and conquer game. They're doing the exact same thing as the right-wing media when they talk about you know, or trying to paint a lot of Muslims as being terrorists or whatever it is, when they're trying to push those agendas. They're doing the exact same thing where they're trying to segregate everybody up and make everybody hate each other. But they only care about it when it's happening to from the right wing. When the right wing are doing it, oh, it's evil, it's bad, no one should be doing it. But when the left-wing media does it, it's, oh yeah, we need to listen to what they say. Oh yeah, lap it up. Oh yeah, give me more. Oh yeah, give me more. It's fucking disgusting, and it pisses me off. There's such a massive double standard. I can blatantly see what they're doing, but people just don't seem to give a shit. Like, you know, for fuck's sake, when's it gonna fucking end? Like, honestly, one of the things I care about, and one of the liberal principles that I really try and hold to, I know I've said fuck labels before, but it's a school of thought from the liberal handbook, is try and take people as they come and just understand that everyone can have a struggle and, like, not be fucking condescending about it. Like, it's just, when it gets into this area of, like, dear white people, it just becomes such bullshit. Like, there's, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm just as concerned by things like the alt-right and stuff. I used to think the alt-right were a joke, basically, until Punch All Nazis started coming about, until Richard Spencer started getting more airtime because he was being attacked, you know, and like all this stuff. It's just like, And I can see why they're even getting more popular now, because people are seeing all this shit. They're seeing those videos of black people dragging people out of cars saying, beat him because they're white! He's white! Get him! You know, like, they're seeing all this shit. People are seeing that and going, well, maybe I do need to stick with my tribe then. You know, maybe I should think twice about the black people that I know. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should be bigging up being white and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't agree with that, personally. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm proud to be white, by the way. I know that's probably controversial to say. Just as someone, I think it's good to be proud to be black or whatever. I mean, not that there's anything inherently to be proud of in that. I just mean, happy to be yourself. I'm happy to be myself. I'm happy to be white. You know, when I say I'm proud of it, I don't mean I'm proud like I've achieved something. I just mean I'm proud like, I'm just happy, it's fine. You know, just like, so, you know, and I'm happy for the kind of cultural achievements we've had. We've had our good, we've had our bad, you know? Just like anyone else. And, you know, I think we've done good enough that in the West, we've come a lot further than a lot of other people. You know, some may question the means of how that's come about. We can debate about that all day. At the end of the day, we're living here, we've got it okay, and you know what? That's alright, I think. I don't understand why that's a bad thing. But yeah, all this fucking condescending bullshit, man, it just really is getting on my tits, man. Like, what happened to the media just being respectful of their audience? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just all gone out the window. I guess in a way, though, it is like the internet crossing over, because I've grown up with the internet, so I've grown up with flame wars on fucking message boards when I was like fucking 9 years old. I did all that kind of shit. I've been a troll at various times and used 4chan and whatever. I don't really use 4chan that much, but you know, I've used it before. You know, I mean, I've dipped my toes there. I didn't really like Reddit. I prefer 4chan to Reddit, just because it's more Wild West, and Reddit seems like a very tame version of 4chan. I think 4chan's more fun. But Reddit is really good for, like, you know, the Ask Me Anythings and stuff like that. I really like those. They're really cool. But, well, I can't remember what I was saying now. But yeah, like 4chan and that kind of culture of kind of being a bit of a troll has kind of meshed in with journalism today. Because they're kind of trolling everyone, aren't they? It's the kind of tone that they're taking, is they're just trolling everyone. And in some ways it's kind of interesting that that's happening, to notice that. But honestly, it's just getting tiring. It's getting really fucking tiring. And one of the things that I really care about is trying to progress in some way. You know, people use the word progressive as in a bad way these days, but I think one of the only ways we can progress as a society and come together and get rid of racism, get rid of sexism and all these things, is one, to accept certain realities in life, that not everything's going to be equal, for one, but also that we should do our best to, you know, make it as equal as possible, though. That's one thing to accept and understand. And just some other basic realities in life as well, is that there's always going to be dicks. There's always going to be some dickheads going around doing shit. But at the end of the day, playing this game, this fucking divide and conquer game of dear white people, dear black people, dear Asian people, dear yellow people, dear space monsters, it's just, all it's doing is creating more harm. It's doing more harm than good. It's not, no one, if anybody reads that, two type of people read that article. One, person who essentially hates themselves, and the reason why I know this, right, is because I used to be a bit like this, right? I've grown up with hip-hop and all this shit, yeah? That's actually kind of odd in Britain, by the way. And my dad's a graffiti artist, right? So he's grown me up with, like, all different hip-hop and shit like that growing up, yeah? So I know a lot about black culture. Like, I from that, like, I watch a lot of black comedy, I watch a lot of black movies, I watch a lot of stuff. Like, I've inhaled a lot of Afro-American stuff, right? So I know a shitload about it, right? That other people just don't have a fucking clue. Like, the only people who know some of this shit are other black people that I know. That's it. Like, you know, no, like, most white people don't really have a fucking clue about that side of things at all, that kind of culture or anything, right? And I can't remember where I was going with this now, but I can't even remember where I was going with that thought. I wish I could rewind so I could see what I'm saying, but I'd have to stop the recording. But I'm just saying that, like, that, I don't know, at the end of the day, that kind of stuff brings us together, like, knowing about that kind of stuff is one for one. And also just understanding that I know that black people can be really fucking racist as well towards, like, Asian people and stuff. I knew black people who just fucking hated, like, certain, like, types of Asians and stuff. And it's just, you know, I used to fucking bash them for it. I used to be like, whoa! Like, they were like, oh, black people can't be racist. And I'd be like, fuck off. You know, with Josh about it. Because they weren't ever going to do anything. But I used to challenge them about it because, you know what I mean? It's not really on, is it, to be playing this game? You know, I mean, yeah, there's definitely some fucking dickhead Asians, but there's dickheads in every race. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make. Dickheads everywhere. And, you know, you can't let them get in the way of the bigger picture. And I feel like that's what's happening at the moment. You know, and also people are painting, like, white people to be the biggest dicks. Whereas, talk to any black person who lives in a white neighborhood, especially in America. Okay, there might be some dickheads there who give them some stick for being black. But guess what? I bet they're not caring or looking over their shoulder, worrying about being murdered in a drive-by or some crazy fucked up shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're not worrying about this stuff. They're not worrying about going to the club and getting their fucking chain snatched and all this bollocks. You know what I'm saying? It's... Honestly, man, it's fucking... People need to get some fucking perspective here. You know what I mean? Like, trying to make out like white people are the biggest dicks ever. Like, come on. Yeah, there's definitely dicks in the white race, of course. Yeah, white people have done bad things in the past. What, are you gonna... Where are the articles about... we need reparations from Africa for selling us to Americans or Europeans? You know what I mean? Where's those articles? They don't fucking exist, do they? Do you know why? Because it's fucking pointless to bring it... It's just fucking pointless, is what it is. What, are Africans going to actually turn around? I mean, guess what happened when they sent... there were actual slaves when they were emancipated who did want to go back to Africa. They went back to Liberia. The first thing they do when they go back to Liberia is fucking enslave everybody. It's fucking madness. Like, you know, but no one's holding them accountable, are they? No one's holding them accountable for the atrocities that are going on in Liberia right now and all the bollocks that's going on there. Nobody gives a shit about them. And it's all because of these entitled little teenagers. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about with the black thing, why I brought up the black culture thing. The reason I brought that up was because there's two types of people who read those articles. People who hate themselves, and I knew a lot about black culture, so I knew a lot about the horrible shit that had gone on. I know a lot about the racism and stuff like that. I know all about that. So I used to fucking hate myself for being white, thinking that I was responsible for them. And then I grew up, and I realised I'm not responsible for them. I'm my own person, just as much as they are, just as much as any black person is their own person. You know, all this talk about being brothers and sisters and all this shit. We're all brothers and sisters, blah, 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 blah. Well, you're not brothers and sisters when little girls are getting fucking murdered. You know what I mean? In fucking drive-bys. No one's bloody fucking brothers and sisters then, are they? You know what I mean? Nobody's brothers and sisters when they're fucking selling crack to crackheads. You know what I mean? Nobody's fucking brothers and sisters then, are they? You know what I mean? It fucking bothers me, man. Bothers the fuck out of me. Because I care. I care about that. I care. I want to see the black community thrive. And I think they are doing largely. I mean, like, I think, you know, the whole poverty thing and everything, yeah, it is larger in those communities. But you have to remember, though, like, a good, like, 70% or maybe higher, people are working, earning good money, married, stuff like that. You know, you have to remember that when we're talking about the single mothers, when we're talking about the poverty and stuff like that, that's a section of the black community. You know? We have to remember that. We can't get it out of scope. But the other type of person who reads those articles are people who are going in skeptical already. You know, they're already going in skeptical, and you know, this is your chance to persuade them, you know, to say something good. But when you've already condescended them, they're going into the article like, well, fuck you then, you know. And then you're getting their back up, and then they're going in the comments section, they're chatting shit, they're arguing with people, and then all next thing you know, you're spawning off the fucking alt-right. You know what I mean? You're spawning off people who think it's okay to deport black people back to Africa or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, send all the fucking Jews to fucking, I don't know, Israel or whatever. It's just fucking retarded, mate. All this shit is just... It's building up to the point where... Honestly, it's just... I don't know how society is holding together at the moment. When mainstream media outlets like that can just fucking condescend a race of people... I feel like things are fucking topsy-turvy at this point. Like, you know, I mean, if anybody likes Adam Curtis, please watch Adam Curtis's documentaries. There's documentaries called, I think it's called something like Creating a Nightmare, or the Mathematics of a Nightmare, or something like that. It's all about propaganda. It's all about how the propaganda machine came about in Russia and stuff, to do with Freud's nephew and all this stuff. Like, honestly, get into this stuff. Get into how marketing came about. Get into all this stuff, because it all feeds in to how they're trying to rule the world. That is where it all works, is the propaganda machine. That is where it really all works, and that is the media. And the media are their own power, their own entity, you know? They are their own thing. They have their own agendas and things that they want to do. And they just want to get richer, just like most other companies. So to have everyone hate each other is primarily what they want to do. So all this fucking bullshit where they're talking about, yeah, we're here for social justice. We want women to get a fair share. We want transgender people to be shitting in the same bathroom as us. We want them, you know, blah blah blah. You know, all this stuff. They actually don't care about that. They actually just want you all to hate each other. They don't care about persuading people who are who may have a bit of a weird view of transgender people. They don't care about persuading them to having a better opinion. They don't care about any of that stuff. They just want transgender people to hate people who might be a bit on the fence about it, because it's a bit weird for them. It's a bit weird for them. You know what I mean? No one can just sit down and go, okay, it's a bit weird for you. All right. You know, I'm not making excuses for the people who go outright hateful and attack people and things like that. Those people can go fuck themselves. But there's also, you know, at least there is some portion of people who are a bit like, oh, I don't know, you know, it's a bit weird, this whole transgender thing. I don't really give a fuck, personally. But I just accept that there are people out there who might take them a bit more to come round to it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's whatever. I mean, everyone's different. They've got different ways of approaching things. Now, this video's coming up to 20 minutes. I've just been ranting for ages. I was going to talk about something else as well, but I'm not going to do that now, because I just can't be arsed. But that article is just really... I literally just saw it before making this video, and I just had to have a rant about it. I know it's all over the place. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. I just had to say something about it, because that was... I'm just getting fucking tired. I'm getting tired, and I'm not chilling with it. I'm just not. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Give me a like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. All the usual spiel. You know. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.